If you want to move this.
We are live, y'all. Everybody's on screen. Look, Michael and Hanna just put a typewriter in a chair.
Hello. Yeah, I'm just moving it out of the way.
I'm just gonna, while you get organized, Michael, we're just gonna wait for folks to trickle in, and I'm gonna do some announcements. My name's Brianna Lane. You have come to the right place if you want a happy hour extravaganza with Michael Hanna here. We are streaming live with the Warming House. I run the Warming House, a little cute little listening room in South Minneapolis. We're a nonprofit organization. We had to shut our doors mid-March, and now we took the whole month of May to say happy 4th birthday to us. Woohoo! And we are streaming one new artist every single day of May at 4 o'clock, just right here on Facebook Live or on Instagram Live, wherever you are. Sorry, I keep saying Instagram to people. It's not Instagram. We're not on Instagram right now. We are on YouTube or Facebook. So every day at 4, and we're gonna have guest bartenders. And when I told Michael that, he said, "I know how to make drinks." So he's gonna be his own guest bartender today. Let's see, what other things can I say about the Warming House? We're a nonprofit organization. I already said that. We are living off of donations right now, and we have a plan A to reopen, a plan B, a plan C. Who knows what's going to happen, but we're still here to bring the music. We have our schedule packed with folks that we mostly know and mostly have played the Warming House, and a couple of people that haven't actually played full shows there before or haven't even played in Minneapolis before, which is really fun. Michael, have you played a full show at the Warming House?
No, I have not. So this is my first one.
That's exciting that we get to hear a full set from you today.
I know, I'm excited.
Yeah, so we know Michael from this song contest. We did a 77-hour song contest where we gave 7 performers a prompt. The prompt was bicycle this time, and they had 77 hours to write a good song. Or write a song, whatever. And then they all came into the Warming House and they performed their songs one at a time. And we had folks like kind of voting or critiquing their songs, which is kind of silly. You know, I don't really love the idea of doing a song contest. It was all in fun. However, your song totally stood out, Michael. Michael's song was great. And he still knows it, kind of? Or
kind of. Yeah, it's like bicycle race going off track. It's super, it's like a little kid's bop. It feels like it should be on Arthur or something.
You should totally sell it to Arthur. Is Arthur still new or is Arthur new?
That's a great question.
Is Arthur still going?
That's our homework.
Exactly.
We'll find out after.
The reruns are on, and they're phenomenal, and I love them, and I want to hug every single character, even though I can't. All right, so there's a few people watching, and we're going to start this with a little tiny interview for the next few minutes as folks roll in, or maybe they're watching the repeat. So, Michael, tell me. I'll start easy. Should I start easy or should I start hard?
Start easy, yeah.
Okay. What's your favorite color?
Favorite color? Green.
But there's many shades of green. Give me a shade.
So many shades of green. Probably like a dark, like green, like a pine green.
Mm. Yeah. Good. Like.
So. Yeah.
So Michael's an actor too, if you didn't know this.
Oh, yeah.
And you may have seen him recently in a production of 12th Night at the Guthrie. Mm-hmm. I know my stepkid saw him and was totally impressed. Can you tell us a little bit about like your acting life and also like slide that into why are you a singer-songwriter too?
Yeah. So I went to the University of Minnesota, which has a BFA program with the Guthrie. So I went there in 2009 and I graduated in 2013. And then I just kind of, I decided to stick around. Because there's so much work here, and there's so much like really incredible theater. It's a great place to just like get your sea legs, and then kind of beyond that. And then I met Isabella Star LeBlanc, who's actually going to be joining me today, reading poetry while I play some songs. We met while doing Little Women at the Jungle, which is a show, and I was like writing some songs, and then I was trying to get up the courage to go play them at an open mic. So I asked Isabella to come and basically read some poetry while I played a song or two, and to make me less nervous. And then I realized how incredible her poetry is. So yeah, that's kind of the segue from theater into music for me, was just kind of going to an open mic, dragging my friends along, and I've been doing it since then. So like a year and a half, 2 years now.
That's awesome. That's so cool. You always need a buddy. I feel like a buddy is really important for an open mic, especially your first one. Holy cow.
Yeah, it's way more fun.
Yeah. We're going to do some Zoom open mics with the warming house. Not sure how that's going to land, but I know that some folks are really having a good time with it. So maybe I'll have to...
I'll pop in. Sounds fun.
Reappear for that. So easy question again, or should we go hard question? They're not too hard. Don't worry.
Hard.
Okay. Tell me about how you are, like sheltering and shit. Time. That's hard, isn't it, sometimes.
I'm doing good. Good days, bad days. I don't know what day they are because the days kind of blend together. But overall, I'm feeling pretty grateful. I live with some pretty cool people, which is kind of incredible. I'm stuck with a bunch of actors, and we're all in the same boat, like unemployed. Don't know when theater will be starting back up in the foreseeable future, but we're making the best of it, So far, so good. And I feel really just kind of grateful for where I'm at overall.
Awesome. That's fantastic to hear, because a lot of folks are able to see that silver lining, like grateful for the people that they're with and stuff. And a lot of folks are having a hard time.
When I think about being an actor, you're constantly just going between employment and unemployment. So you're just like, I'm unemployed. What else is new? It's great.
Just don't have a gig lined up. Yep. Totally get it. All right. If you could have breakfast with any musician, alive or dead, who would you have breakfast with?
Oh.
That's supposed to be an easy one, but it's hard.
It's such a cliche for me because I'm in a band. I have a Queen cover band that plays around the city, but I would love to hang out with John Deacon. No, I'm kidding. Freddie Mercury. Would be amazing. I would love to grab. I'm sorry, John. You're second on the list. I'm sorry. He's great. It's the hair. It's really pulls you in. I would love to hang out with Freddie Mercury, pick his brain, see what he's really like in real life, and I don't know, hang out.
You could say the whole band. I would love to meet Brian May too, right?
Oh my God, Brian May. Yeah, what a generous.
Like an astrophysicist and a badass guitar player, and I don't know what else, but
he's awesome.
Awesome. Let's see. I think I only have one more question for you.
All right.
It's almost 10 after. Little 10-minute interview like this. Let's see. Oh, but before I ask this question, a few more little announcements. So every day in May, we're doing a new artist, right? At 4:00, presented by the Warming House, and these are all free shows. However, donations and tipping is encouraged. We have the Venmo and PayPal link in the description of the event, but also I'll put it in the comments. And today, Michael has decided to give his portion of the proceeds to the Heartland Alliance, an anti-poverty organization that he might be able to tell you a little bit more about. So give if you can, enjoy. Whether you can give or not give, we're just here to bring you some music and some fun at 4:00 Central every day in May. Yeah. So, Michael, your last question.
Okay.
What is the first recording you ever bought?
Oh, well, that's just embarrassing. I bought Stephen Curtis Chapman's Declaration of Dependence, which is a Christian, CC, contemporary Christian music album. Yeah, I was raised pretty hardcore Baptist, and that album was my jam. I loved it. Yeah. So all those evangelicals out there, you know what I'm talking about. That and like the Wow 2001 album. Whew.
I think
What was the first album that you purchased? This is probably a little more interesting.
I think it was Alicia Keys.
Yes.
Oh, see, I don't know who wins really. Like you win the most embarrassing. She wins like the worst. She's her new stuff, man. Woo. So good. Okay, I think that's it for the questions. We're gonna have a whole bunch of music from Michael right now. Please tune in, share, use that little share button, use the little like watch party button. Do it at home, enjoy. Bring your computer outside if you can. It's a beautiful day. Please welcome to the Warming House stage, Michael Hanna.
Hey y'all. I'm gonna play you a song that I wrote for this this set. It's called Pangea Reversed. In a chair made of plastic, alone in my room, I watch the borders on the map start to slide. My mind falls captive to it won't be controlled as the ocean bleeds into my eyes. The sea starts to swirl and my life is unfold. How did I become so self-satisfied? So disconnected from the truth that's been infected. Isolation is the lie that wakes my mind. Pangea reverse feels like this was rehearsed as the world forms a lonesome mile. We've been trying our best to disconnect from the rest as the east meets the west with a smile. Pangea reversed, will we be in our worst, melting the earth just to fly? 'Cause borders are orders, men in the ground, we must learn to transcend them or die. Baby, I've been laughing, why hold it back when the past only sits in your eye? 'Cause I've been consuming like a beast barely human, thinking the earth's my right. There is no deserving. The future isn't swerving, nothing changes if we never try. History's a friend, just don't kiss its diadem. Our mistakes are our guiding light. Pangea reverse feels like this was rehearsed as the world forms a lonesome mile. We've been trying our best to disconnect from the rest as the east meets the west with a smile. Pangea reverse, will we be at our worst, melting the earth just to fly? 'Cause borders are orders, and men in the ground, we must learn to transcend them or die. The ground beneath my feet starts to crumble and retreat. Nothing is the same as before. The plates have all shifted. There's no use resisting, but when it settles, will we keep wanting more? We have what we need. We can see past our greed. We can find our way back from the fright. We are all sisters, brothers and resistors. We must love one another or die. Pangea was rehearsed as the world forms along the mile. We've been trying our best to disconnect from the rest as the east meets the west with a smile. Energy reverse, we beat our words, melting the earth just to fly. 'Cause borders are orders, men in the ground must learn to transcend them or die. All right. It's just so weird because I can't see or feel you guys, so feel free to say hello. I don't know if you guys caught this, but my friend here is Isabella Star LeBlanc. She's a poetess. She's an actress. Do you want to say anything about yourself?
I'm Michael's roommate.
What's your favorite color?
I'd say like a forest green. I'll match yours.
Oh my god, forest green? My goodness. So yeah, let me know if the sound is blaring or I don't know. Just keep me posted. And I will play you another song. This one's called Bohemian Bourgeoisie. It's also a new song that I wrote recently in this quarantine time. Here we go. Yeah. All right, one more time. Bohemian bourgeoisie, I got your glasses prescription free, so you pretend that you still read. Isn't that a West Elm on your knee? Yeah, you're practicing your dissent on a t-shirt that helps you bend. All your biggie important views. Thank God now can keep up with you. Come on now, would you take a stand? Are you feeling weighed down by the cash in your hand? Oh, come on now, what's holding you back? Hold it down, I'll make you out for the change you won't enact. You turn and face the music, but it's just too loud to stop. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Bohemian bourgeoisie, so worried by the world that you see. You're an empath, so you're treated more than me. Post your outrage online so your friends can agree. Bohemian bourgeoisie, a socialist tipping rosé, standing rock and the women's march that you acclaim. Your posters and your thoughts and your prayers and your posted away. Come on now, would you take a stand? Now you're feeling weighed down by the cash in your hand. Oh, come on now, what's holding you back? Hold it down, I'll make you wild for the change you won't enact. You turn and face the music, but it's just too loud to stop. Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Liberalism, progressivism, all activism, all the reasons why. The guilt's on the other side. Humanism, altruism, intersectionalism, put it on a toe till your friends don't know you're woke. Capitalism, imperialism, colonizing prisons, all these isms feel like isms, all these isms feel like greed. Tell me what you need, tell me what you need to keep living your free. Tell me what you need. Now you're feeling weighed down by the cash in your hand. Oh, come on now, what's holding you back? $40 makes you wild, I want to change you won't enact. You turn and face the music, but it's just too loud to stop. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's a fun little song that I wrote about, I don't know, online activism? Really? I hope it's taken with a grain of salt. I'm a pretty liberal guy, but yeah, every once in a while I'm like, oh, y'all, we gotta get off these screens and, I don't know, talk it out in real life. This is the place for introductions.
Yeah.
Well, we've already introduced ourselves.
Yeah, they know us.
It's super hot up here. I'm in an attic, and the heat is rising. I hope you guys are in cooler climates than I am. So I guess we'll just move into the drinking section. Who's all here? You guys should post your names into the comments just so I can say hello. Okay, so I was told to make a drink. And I'm going to make a Boulevardier, which is a twist on a Negroni, which is my favorite drink. But recently, I found a $10 scotch at Trader Joe's, and I've been enjoying it. Yeah, TJ's. Strike for a little bit, though, because those workers. Okay. Or rather, don't shop there, is what I'm saying. So, take your shaker. You take equal parts Campari. I don't really need a shot glass. I've done this a couple times. Equal parts Campari. Whiskey. Scotch whiskey, rather. And don't worry, I don't normally keep the booze up here. I look like a lush, but this is just for this request. And sweet vermouth. Oh, yeah. Pour it over ice, which I already have in here. You can shake it, you can stir it, you know, you do you. And then you pour it. Oh.
Beautiful.
Look at that. You can put an orange slice in there, but if you want to be janky, just drink it. Drink it as is. Here's to you all. Thanks for joining us. If you don't have a drink, I suggest you get one. I'm going to play you a little song. It's called I Need a Drink. Every time I say the word drink, I think you should take a drink. Should be a fun little drinking game. All right, here we go. Oh, ooh, a little water. I'm too sad to think of this latest disaster. So pour me a glass. It'll end like it started. Love over so fast has got me feeling downhearted. And you treat lovers like carnival rides. You say what you need to take home the prize. And I've done the same. Karma's probably to blame. At least I think that I need a drink. I need a drink. Oh, it was fun while it lasted. But now that we're through and we're through, you got me feeling monastic. So pour me another. Let's drown out the lights. I doubt I'll ever discover just why you're blind. And there's too much mystery hanging in my mind. If I knew your history, I'm sure I'd be fine. You're probably a larcenist, an arsonist, or even worse, a narcissist, or just another pretty boy who needs a shrink. But I need a drink. How about a pill? Say, what are you taking these days? 'Cause I've had my fill of heartbreak and replays. And no matter how many times I keep coming back for more, put my heart on the line and I'm feeling more the whore. And you've done the same, we must both be deranged or on the brink. Oh, I need a drink. here's to the lovers who leave us. Here's to the ones who don't need us. Who knows to what ends till we do it all again, at least in theory. Oh, here's to the lovers who leave us. Oh, here's to the ones who don't need us. Who knows to what ends till we do it all again, at least in theory. But deep down I'm weary. 'Cause what doesn't kill me just makes my days longer. What doesn't kill me just makes my drink stronger. And I need a drink. All right, y'all. Hopefully that got you a little on the ways.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I know, Michael.
My God. What's next? Do you have the bottom you want to read?
Yeah.
I feel like we ordered this wrong because the introduction is not.
That's fine. I'm going with this one.
Oh wow. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna go in with my pandemic poem. It's called Love, Fear, Pandemic. Some headlines read like poems. The Saint Laurent will make surgical masks in wake of pandemic. A verse for love born of redirected fear. For fathers who don't know how to say I'm sorry, so they bake it into bread. And mothers who forgive those fathers, so you don't have to. Today you can find absolution for love's meager answers, in knowing sometimes virtuosity is at the mercy of cataclysm, that during outbreak we turn to what is maybe not enough, but is the little we know.
Funny seeing you here in this place. You said you'd never be. I whisper into your ear. You've been living the American dream. You say don't be obscene. No, it's not how it seems. I say that's what I mean. So tell me how we got here. Oh, like tigers in a living room. It's only me who feels queer. Knowing all the lies we both consumed, all those high-held ideals are no match for the real. So tell me, does it feel real? Don't know why I was so naive. Does it feel real? Was it love or just make believe? Does it feel real? Cause it's funny seeing you here, like a priest at an orgy. It's funny seeing you here, oh, with your arm around the TV, waist, eyes to the mirror. Compromise is the lie with the prettier face, but does she make you feel wild? With her caressive smile, I'm glad to see you clearer. My beast inside a cage, a big ring on your finger. Your domestic Machiavellian wage, but in the bed that you made, you'll be eternally late. Oh, real. Don't know why I was so naive. Does she feel real? Was it ever just a make believe? Does she feel real? Cause it's funny seeing you here, like a priest at an orgy. Forgive me my blasphemy. It's hard knowing who you used to be, and I'm resigned to thinking you just tried me on for size. But I don't mind, although I'm dying to know which you was lying. It's funny seeing you here in this place. You said you'd never be. I whisper into your ear, you've been living the American dream. You say, don't make a scene. No, it's not how it seems. I say, that's what I mean. When the ghost of me met the ghost of you, we were on bars down First Avenue, and we traded the ways that were misunderstood, just to like to come to any good. But I fell hard for you. What's a ghost to do when the most of me played the host to you? But we were in your bed, well past two, and you grasped my neck, made me gasp for breath. What an omen come true. I'm still holding my breath for you. Pull back on your heart. Oh, love's like a seance before into the dark. Oh, hold tight to your love. Once you give it away, you know it might not be enough. Pull back on your heart. When the lights all come on, the ghosts depart. Playing tarot cards in every pseudo, divining the life we can't quite compute. I draw the fool as you hold to your tower. I'm addicted to life, you're afflicted by power, but I ignore my read on you. Hope it'll be smooth. Then you say you can't love me yet. I say that's alright. You never owed me that debt. Still you kiss me like you do. Modern love's got me feeling all kinds of blue. I'm a ghost with you. Damn your indecision, though it looks good on you. Oh, pull back on your heart. Oh, love's like a seance performed in the dark. Oh, hold tight to your love. Once you give it away, you know it might not be enough. Pull back on your heart. When the lights all come on, the ghosts depart. When the most of me left the ghost of you, we were trading scars, nothing better to do. And I know I'll always love you. And though you deny it, I know this much is true. Like a ghost, you keep coming through. So I wonder what's haunting you. Pull back on your heart. Love's like a seance performed in the dark. Hold tight to your love. Once you give it away, you know it might just be enough. Pull back on your heart. When the lights all come on, the ghosts depart.
I saw you in the backyard today, in a cardinal on the fence, fleeting vermilion in bare branches. He, like you in the leftover snow, didn't stay. But I thanked him for the visit, a reminder that the best apologies I've heard from birds. Songs written, I am leaving for winter, but understand I might be back with May. The quiet hummingbird I found on the doorstep is a casualty of arriving spring. Maybe sacrificed at the foot of homecoming, but at least it arrived. If I see you again in the cardinal on the fence, I will tell him to sing about me, to echo the certainty of returning. So when you decide, I might even leave the door open.
Oh no! Those last, let me just, I thought I put my computer on not sleeping, but we're back! So, yeah, how y'all doing?
Still there?
Still there? Still hanging out? We're hot as hell.
Yeah, it's really hot up here, guys.
Honestly, what we're doing to do this concert.
It's a hard life, you know?
This is, oh my god. Okay, what do I got next? Let me find a little capo. Find a little capo, find my little pick. This next song goes out to my friend Hanna, if she's watching. I think she is. This one's for you. I don't think I played this for you yet, so I hope you like it. It's about someone that I know you know. Yeah, with Wills. Oh, is that mine? Yeah, cool. Thank you for doing this.
Of course.
You're the best.
We're having fun.
Okay, let's see if I can get through this one. It's Martha, the way you're looking at me, you think I was on trial. I'd say let's have it out, but damn girl, I'm tired. You wanted me to confess, but I guess I'm in denial. You always try to fix me, predict me, or trick me, cause you know it's best. Oh, I'm your little hand-picked convict that you need to correct. You say the problem is I'm no integrity, but Mrs. Morgan, I happily agree. Sit down and I'm no damn good. I'm glad it's understood. I always seem to let you down. It's got me wondering why the hell you stick around. When down in no damn good. Martha, from the look of it now, you're still in denial. You're so sure of the cure for this love you think is viral. But tell me what happens next to impress me, to fit your desires. You always try to shame me, tame me, blame me to loving you more. But I won't play these little same dead games. Babe, it's not the Cold War. You say the problem is of no integrity. Well, Comrade Khrushchev, I happily agree. So darling, I'm no damn good. I'm glad that's understood. I always seem to lay you down. It got me wondering why the hell you stick around. And darling, I'm to patience. And since you're hell-bent on my reformation, I thought I would save you some time. Since you wanna be design, darling, I'm a good. I'm kinda done to see it, I'm to see it. Under all this bullshit you think is love, I think that it's a mirror you're dreaming of. So darling, I'm a low-down renown, better burn the wedding gown, dirty rotten scoundrel. And I'm no damn
Yes.
Yeah, that song goes out to Martha, but mostly to Kenna. What do you got? You got notes? No, this is why I wrote down the set list.
Exactly. We know exactly what we're going to do because we planned it.
I just can't remember it.
For this one, we can keep the drinking game going, and you can take a drink for every time it reminds you of someone you dated, or...
Don't get them wasted.
Exactly, I know. Okay, or how about you just take a drink for every time you've had a horrible date at an arcade bar. There we go. We haven't seen each other for 3 years, and you're telling me about some girl at work who told you you look like the celebrity and you were so embarrassed, which I know isn't true because you don't get embarrassed. Because I remember how you used to stand on tables and dance in public, and for some reason I thought it was charming. You would stand up there and sing songs written in my name, with lyrics so long you held them with outstretched arms. Songs about me for everyone. Songs I hated but wanted to like in your voice and up close to the ceiling. You smiled down at me as if to say, magic put you up there and not my hand or the chair you stepped on with your dirty, fucked up Converse. And right now you must be remembering what it felt like to be up there. Because we're a few drinks in and you're whispering that old tune into my neck, asking me if I remember the song. You're holding that same rhythm against the small of my back, waiting for me to look back up at you like old times, but I won't. Because honestly, I don't like the sound of your voice as much as I remembered, and that song wasn't ever really about me anyway, but mostly I'm still stuck on that story you were telling earlier about the girl at work, and for a moment I imagined myself getting up on the table and smiling down at you to say, I'm sorry, but you really don't look anything like Robert Pattinson, even with a beard. But I think I'll stay on the ground and leave the singing to you.
I love that song. Ooh, here's the bad days. Yeah, this next song is a little... I find I read a lot of songs about mythology, and back to my evangelical roots, a lot of songs with religion, just kind of like just meandering through the whole thing. Meandering's not a great word, but this next song is called Devil's Mother. I'm the devil's mother, he was my only son. I tried my best like all the rest to protect what he'd become. Oh, I'm the devil's mother, I'll spend years for the deeds I done. But Lord in heaven, help me if I repent a single one. She was born in Trenton, Jersey, without a father to his name, and the kids at school aboard him said his eyes were filled with flame. So he hitched her eyes in Pittsburgh, he made friends with all his sons, till they got him stoned and watched him go when the hunger had begun. And he's been lying. Yeah, he's been crying for what he done. Oh, leave me try and say it weren't fun. Fun. To try and say it weren't fun. Fun. Oh, across the rising deserts to Las Vegas she descend, where his snorted blow, he took his dough, and like a beggar he was spent. Then he stole up to Boise, where he tried to find some rest, but he stumbled on suburban tires, gladly him undressed, and he's been crying, 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 for what he done. Oh, but he's been lying, 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 to try and say it weren't fun. Fun, to try and say it weren't fun. Fun. He climbed up a cathedral to hide from all his evils. They cried, repent, you're lost, pick up your cross. He replied, I ain't no more. For to live by absolution is to deny yourself what's real, save your body from illusions, and no one can't be healed, healed, cause you've been crying, 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 when the wolf ain't come. No, no, but you would be lying, 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 to try and say it weren't fun. To try and say it weren't fun. Oh, I'm the devil's mother. He was my only son. Till he jumped from the cathedral and his demons didn't come. Oh, I'm the devil's mother. I spent years for the thing I done. But Lord in heaven help me. If loving him was one, if loving him was one, if loving him was one. No. Yeah, that one's called Devil's Mother. Take it away.
Let's do it. You wrote it on my skin and read it back to me like scripture. A winter count to remember all the lives we've lived and hold in our marrow. You whisper into my collarbone, asking permission to hear histories we're only allowed to tell after the first snowfall. To recite memories that have turned into arias and sit at the back of my throat. You write stories about us and what we've done and speak them into tradition. I ask you what comes next. What happens when the snow melts and the text on my back begins to fade? You tell me that remembering is never about next. That we will wait our turn and decipher right now, and then tomorrow, when enough time has passed, we'll honor tonight. But it's almost dawn, and I'm asking for more time. For the sunrise to wait just a little longer. I am asking for space to sit with empty, to hold tomorrow so I can greet it with lightning from steady hands. Because I am a child of 1,000 versions of myself. A product of ceremony and fire, of repetition and remembrance, of memory that lives in cartilage and demands space and to bear weight. And I know you in my bones, but I am years reborn, and I am coming of age with joy. I am sitting on the horizon, anticipating us and the sun together, but I am asking for time to finish thanking this night.
Okay. What time is it? Where are we? Okay. Yeah, this computer is giving me trouble. Hope you guys are still out there, still hanging out with us. This next song I just wrote recently, and it's got a little brotherly love in dark times. Right. It's called In the Dark. In the dark, I tell you what you mean to me. In the dark, you hook to a jerry-rigged IV. Thank God for friends who are nurses. Thank God I'm not calling up hearses. In the dark, I asked what you're afraid of. In the dark, whispering like we're second graders. And I don't know what help I can give. Don't you know the cup of hope never touched my lips, just the dark. Hey, 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 brother mine, I hope you find the light that you've been after. Stay, stay, stay just a little while longer. You'll find that you're stronger. This days of days and days with no end in sight is frightening, but love strikes like lightning in the dark. In the dark, we talk about our family tree, laughing hard, cause we both know how we got so fucking melancholy. Daddy taught us to be self-sufficient. Is that the same part of the brain loneliness lives in? In the dark, you tell me that you feel nothing. Coated hard like the food that you stopped eating. This night will pass if you can last through your despair. But when it ends, just don't pretend like you weren't there. In the dark. Hey, 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 brother mine, I hope you find the light that you've been after. Stay, stay, stay just a little while longer. You'll find that you're stronger. These days are days and days with no end in sight. It's frightening, but love strikes like lightning in the dark. Stay with me in the shadows. Stay with me till something starts to matter again. In the dark, I tell you that you're not alone. I'm holding on, a bad swimmer with a sinking stone. Please don't kill yourself. Please don't, please don't. I know I am that much hell. I'm afraid you and I are of the same milk. Okay. Well, thank you guys so much for coming. Sorry if that one was a little bit heavy. It kind of sneaks up on me. But we've got 2 more songs for you, 1 more poem, and then we're going to sign off. Yeah, thank you guys so much for coming. And also thank you for whatever you guys decided to donate. The Heartland Alliance is just a really awesome organization that helps people that are in greater need in a lot of cases than most of us. I find that as weird and hard as these times are, it's I have a roof over my head. I have a cell phone that I can file for unemployment if I need to. Crazy little things. I have great friends, and there are people that don't have the things that we take for granted every day. And the Heartland Alliance is a great organization to help supply basic needs, and then also give people a chance to thrive and not just survive, and to find a little bit of hope in these crazy times. So whatever you decide to donate, and if nothing, that's also okay. But if you do, thank you. Okay, this last song goes out. I'll just play it. It's called Hey John. Hey John, I wrote this song for you. It's not long, but it says what I wanted you to. That night I was in your room and broke your glasses twice. Baby said you put your body on mine. Felt so nice. Hey John, how's Texas treating you now that I'm gone? I sort of hope you're feeling blue. The tear in the noise away from your warm vibe. This is just fine. You got me dreaming, dying and scheming to get in my life. It's fine, I'm so tired. About my dreams. Hey, you're not I don't know what to do. I moved on, carry away, trying to smile between us, not between us. Straight to my head, trying to find what it is that at night I want you in my bed. If you're smiling with and I'm so keen, I'm thinking about you in my dreams. With the wild of the devil and your Cheshire smile, I'm thinking about you all this while. With the heart of a bull that I treat you any better with your eyes and horoscope stealing. Although I can't help but wonder, I can't help but wonder, I can't help but wonder where you've been. Poor John, you probably think I wanna marry you, but I'll be gone just as soon as you want me to. north, away from your warm dime, singing about your spine. Cause life is too short to not change your course when you meet a soul you like. Oh, you like, at least for a time. With your spine lined with metal, and with the wiles of a devil, and with the heart of a rebel, could I dream you any better? With your wise eyes and horoscope skin, although I can't help but wonder, I can't help but wonder, I can't help but wonder where you been. It's so hot.
It's hot
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Oh my god. Let me just pop that open.
It's a gift that gratitude has always held on to me harder than grief. That even when broken felt essential, I could still name hope and reach out my fingers just far enough to be alongside her. I'm amazed how many memories I have of Next. How I've been given two hands that have been held up to light and tasted flame, only to callous just where I needed, just when I asked. And maybe gratitude is blind, but at least it knows that time has moved me through every second and whispered, "You can carry more."
Meet you at the front door and swallow my smile. I shout to the parents, I'll be back in a while. You look older, like a fire that ends in a smolder. Hanging out the side of your Jeep with the radio on. Never know the words, but I sing along over and over till you put your head on my shoulder. The summer's bleeding out too fast, and I don't know if love will take time to test. You meet me in the backyard with your friends. You meet me in the backyard, we pretend we're not pretending that nothing's ending the way we dream. So we get high when the party's over, make love on the trampoline, growing older, not colder, but somehow we both know it's over. Then meet me in the backyard, we'll pretend. You meet me in the backyard with your friends, oh, oh, oh. Meet you at the church with a bottle of gin. Our shadows that lurches, you give me sin again and again. Try not to think how this ends. Lying on your roof as the fireworks fly. You're acting aloof cause you don't like to cry. No matter how this all ends, don't you dare say we'll always be friends. The summer's bleeding out too fast. You kiss me in the way to say nothing lasts. You meet me in the backyard with your friends. You meet me in the backyard, we pretend we're not pretending that nothing's ending the way we dreamed. So we get high when the party's over, make love on the trampoline, growing older, not colder, but somehow we both know it's over. And backyard with your friends. You meet me in the backyard, we pretend. Meet you at the bus, try to swallow my smile. I help you with your bags, you say it's been a while. 9 years over, we were off playing rovers. Driving in my car with the radio off. You smile at me and you say with a scoff, you look older, like a fire that ends in a smolder. The years have all gone by so fast, yet I see you and there's only one thing to ask. Growing older, not colder, but somehow we both know it's over. And meet me in the backyard with your friends. And meet me in the backyard, we pretend, no. Thank you guys so much for coming. Now it's my turn to drink.
Yeah.
Cheers to you. Cheers to the warming house. Thank you so much, Brianna, for hosting this and for having us. That's all we got for you today. Yeah. Hopefully, Brianna